Hello folks, coming up next is something interesting. What have you accidentally conditioned your pet to do? When I was little I would constantly carry around one of my cats, Feist. Since my hands were full with her I would use one of her outstretched paws to turn on lights whenever we entered a room. Now the little bastard switches them on and off for fun. My cat was upset with me because I wouldn't get up to give him wet food, so he turned the fan off and looked me dead in the eye. Had the same yesterday. It was my highlight of the week. Our cat had impacted anal glands for a while. We had to bribe him with treats for him to let us look to make sure he was doing alright. Now when he wants a treat he comes up and sticks his butt in our face. I feel like this is the exact type of answer this question was fishing for, lol. Honestly couldn't be more perfect. My niece loves to FaceTime my mom to talk to her dog. When the dog was a puppy, my mom used to pull her onto her lap when she would get FaceTimed. Now the dog is 80 pounds and will jump in your lap if your phone or tablet starts making the default FaceTime ring. I had a wiener dog in the days before the internet, late 80s/early 90s. The local news came on every night at 10 o'clock. Our dog heard the news jingle 5 times a week at 10 and knew to come wrangle us all into bed. She made sure every single one of us were tucked in. My parents had another wiener dog later on, and there was a time where my kids and I had to go stay with my folks. My kids and I had a morning routine of getting ready for school/work. The dog picked up on this really quickly and started to beat my morning alarm to get the kids up. I often woke up to her barking at the kids to wake up. When I entered their room I would see this tiny dog trying to drag the kids out of bed, and it always makes me think of how the first dog we had was anal about putting us to bed. Dachshunds are very motherly dogs, I've come to learn. I picked my kitten up a few times to kill some spiders up high for me. So now whenever I pick her up she looks up at the ceiling and looks for spiders. My cat will not kill bugs. She stares at them, follows them around, and will paw at them, claws, but won't hurt it. I would love to be able to get her to kill a damn water bug, but she thinks they're just toys, lol. Same thing with my cat. Recently a stink bug found its way into my room. I swatted it but only managed to make it drop to the floor. I left it for my cat to toy with, but he was curious and slapped it around a few times and didn't finish it off. My dog knew he would always get some ice to chew when I went to the fridge, so anytime he heard the ice machine on the fridge start he would come running in. Once he became deaf he would feel the vibrations in the floor from it and knew it was ice time. My dogs know the sound of ice too. We don't even use ice. It had been 100% from visitors. Somewhere along the way, my dog learned get your toy means to pick up his nearest toy. I didn't purposely train him to do it, but it's good for when he's about to leave one of them outside and I want him to bring it in. If there's no toy around and I say this, he'll grab the nearest soft thing, usually some piece of clothing laying around. One time he tried to pick up the cat. My brother taught his golden retriever that when he said clean up she gathered all her toys into the toy bucket. She'd get the ones outside the house as well. She also knew his name, my name, and his GFS name, so if you said go get name, she'd find whoever you said. We'd play hide and seek with her like this. I take baths with my cat by letting her float in a plastic box. I keep the box in my closet. I only started doing this about a month ago, but now when I turn the bath water on she runs to the closet and jumps in her box. Please pay your bath cat tax. Check her post history. Lots of cute bath cat tax payments. I would playfully grab, not hard, really light, my dog's snout whenever we're playing. He somehow figured out it's my favorite thing to do whenever he comes over to me. So now, every time he senses that I'm upset or sees that I'm crying, he would come up to me and gently put his snout in my hand. Similar, I grab my dog's snout when she barks through excitement. Only lightly, she can pull away easily. Now whenever she barks with excitement, she looks at me and sticks her muzzle in my hand, lol. If she's excited or scared of anything, laying with her snout in my hand calms her down too. I conditioned my cats to use the scratching post with treats and pets and lots of good boy. For the last 7 years, whenever I have to tell my one cat to stop chewing on something or anything like that, he goes to that post and scratches furiously looking at me like but I'm a good boy. Ah. It's how he gets you not to be mad at him. It seems the cat has conditioned Op to stop getting mad. Every morning when I wake up I rub my dog's belly. Now whenever I say good morning she will lay on her back for belly scratches. Funny stuff my dog does. 1. She's crazy about carrots and pumpkin and I usually chop it on a wooden cooking board, so it makes a characteristic sound when the knife hits the board. Whenever she hears the sound of chopping, she bolts to the kitchen to ask for some. She only comes when it's carrots or pumpkin. Any other vegetable and she couldn't care less. 2. She waits until everyone had finished their meals to go eat hers. As soon as we leave the table, she goes to her bowl and eats her food. And when she's done, she turns it upside down to let us know it's empty. 3. I live in an apartment building and the doorman always lets us know when there's visitors coming up, so when the intercom rings she goes straight to the door, waiting for whoever it is and barking like crazy. She only barks for this specific reason: she usually sneezes to draw our attention instead of barking. After my roommate got a cat, my dog answers to kitty 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 cause he wants love and or treats. Ha ha ha, he a little confused but he got the right spirit. Dogs be like, I hear potential for love and treats in your voice. I may come in. Amazing. Beautiful babies. The budgie had a broken leg and a little splint. He would climb to the roof of his cage with just his beak and good leg, then let go of his beak and hang by one leg, then just stare at me. He knew I would stick my hand in and he could just fall off into my hand. He only did this when I was around because I was the only one who would stick my hand in. I can imagine him doing it with someone else, keeping eye contact, only for them to watch this bird hanging and then dropping himself to the floor. Stop eating your face. He has floppy jowls that sometimes get stuck in his teeth. I used to just casually say, dude, stop eating your face when it happened. On the occasions that he just happened to lick his teeth and spring it loose, I would give him a pat on the head and call him a good boy. Never any intentional training, but now that he's an old man he's 100% responsive when I tell him. He'll clear his teeth out and present himself for his congratulatory head pats. If he hears me on the phone with my sister, it's automatically time for a walk. We usually chat when I take him out and he is now very aware of that. Also, outside clothes and putting on makeup means I'm going out probably without him. If I take my backpack I won't be back until after work. He's happy that hasn't happened in a while. I'll love this family time. Does he get confused if your sister visits in person? I also love the phrase outside clothes, your dog knows fashion. He's like, dang girl, it's that kinda day. Alright, let's go honey. My cat drinks out of a glass on my nightstand rather than a bowl. A couple of years ago, she was having some pretty serious dental issues, all fixed now, and was being reluctant to eat and drink. She had always wanted to drink out of the water cup I had for myself, and at that point I just wanted her to drink anything, so I let her. That was my mistake, and now she refuses to drink out of a bowl on the ground, and will only drink out of cups. She has a permanent cup on my nightstand, to this day. Oh well, at least it's easier for me to monitor her water intake. What would have been your answer or question? Leave it in the comments below. Slap that like and subscribe button for more, and check out the link in the video description for even more answers. Peace out, and catch you in the next video.